Hello there, welcome to my fourth match. Here against hdarj, who I never played before, to my knowledge. Okay, sickness. There's trashing and cursing already. Sickness tends to become a little less, though we could have it activated quite quickly here. Um, Otherwise, there's no village. There is some draw, but there's also no buy. So at the end of the day, what your benefit from that is a little low. Otherwise, there's keep stuff, I suppose. Then yeah, it's a little pretty moneyish anyway. Guess you'd maybe be afraid of them doing Marauder. You would want trashing for that, but you can pick up Junk Dealer. I don't know. I'm not super confident here. I mean, obviously, there's just limits to what you can do here. I don't hate the second old witch. I don't super love it, but it's probably totally fine. I don't think they don't even play it there, which is unlike. Oh, they've bottom decked the old witches. Wow. No curse trashing so far. So sickness, by the time it comes on, won't matter. Yeah, they had a rough bottom deck. I think a shuffle where I think probably both of witches bottom deck. That's the only thing that I mean my reshuffle was. I didn't like the poets at all, but okay. Well, you can do like Daimyo Exorcist is probably pretty good. I don't know what you pair it all with. The draw is weak. Sure. It would be nice to have a jack. Haggler is kind of cruddy here. There's just no good way to make the... There's not good targets, right? Not particularly good targets anyway. This is, again... perhaps a little money-ish. Maybe if you can get the Exorcist going really well, you can do some conquesting. But it's gonna all be pretty tough. Not gonna lie. You can make it happen, but it'll take a while. And I guess Haggler's okay if you're doing a money thing. That's all right. I mean, there's like some, gold bandit camp or province gold or whatever, farm something. Those are all pretty decent money things. So we'll see how it all goes. I'm willing to try and play a little engineer. It's more fun. It would have been nice to get a fight. I'm gonna probably just buy Daimyo, but I would have been super willing to buy a second Exorcist there. But it's fine. Well, we could turtle it. We're gonna draw. There is something to turtling it, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really help that much. I think I'm gonna hold here. I would like to get either another Exorcist or the Nomads. Here I'm gonna just turtle and get an imp and buy a daimyo. Because the wisp is down here. And then next turn, hopefully get a nomads. Okay. Do we want? I guess we still want the silver. Um. We wait. Are we ever gonna draw like $10? If we're killing the silver, that's my question. Or do we need to take a time and get a haggler or nomads or something? Or even bandit camp is not insane. What are our odds of getting to that kind of money? I guess we can always wait and do more turtling if it's not a good hand for it, as has happened here. So this could either be nomads straight up now, or it could be. We could also. I'll probably just play it safe and turtle the daimyo. We could go forward on it. I don't know. It was a good turn. I think you kind of still want the silvers, but maybe they don't with just one exorcist. We really can't afford to. I mean, there's like a pretty good number of outs. It's close to. I would say it's close to 50%, but just a little scary to try for it. This is either. Thing is, the next turn's gonna have a lot of money. So we surely just do the nomads now and then take the. I mean, there's something also to maybe taking wisps over imp, but probably not yet. They whiffed the see. They went for it. Which isn't crazy, but one, two. Do we want to wait? I guess we can do this and see if we turtle a couple of these. Okay. Do Haggler Daimyo and trash a couple things. Or we do want to at least be able to hit 5 the next turn. That should be totally doable. That surprises me a little bit. Hey? I would sort of like to daimyo some payload here, actually. Though still daimyo some draw, or not daimyo, turtle some draw. The question is, which of the two payload cards would I like to daimyo, I guess. I mean, I could daimyo both of them. Do we get 3? Does 3 buys do us something here? We would need and $15 for it to give us double daimyo. I mean, the issue is we're gonna eat hoppers, I guess, from the daimyo here. So probably don't hit that twice. We could also wait on the haggler. So we have $2 or 9, 13-ish if we wanted it, which is not probably that likely. A 4th daimyo would be good. Just 10 is also pretty good. Oh, right. You get money from nomads. I forgot that. Well, that's fine too. Probably gonna end up with only for the daimyos. Is unfortunate, though we're winning most other ways. Present, I would say. I don't know. I have to see exactly what their turn looks like here. But I don't. I mean, they could stop. Is the other issue. Maybe they don't get the other daimyo. That's fine. You get a lot of nomads here. If you want. They don't have draw. I mean, this is the issue with their deck right now, is they don't actually have as much draw as they need to maybe make it through. But I may not even, and I have quite a bit more draw. I think militia is pretty weak. I thought about it, but there's just like 2 cards to lose when you're doing turtle stuff. Like, and you could have just a turtled, you could just have a turtled. See, like here I've whiffed pretty badly. But you can have just a turtled jack of all trades. There aren't really, well, that's not true. The bandit camps are outs. How good was this turn? Wasn't that, it was a good turn. I don't know how much draw they have. This was an unfortunate thing where I got punished. I didn't find any of the bandit camps, or just more of anything. There aren't. It's only 2-9. It's really not a lot of outs, so I kind of don't like going for it here. I don't think they'll have a win if I do this. There is maybe some risk of that. I don't know. Anyway, that was just a little unfortunate. We'll see how far through they get through this deck. They're going to have a good point lead with some of the piles kind of flying, so that's unfortunate. But there is some cute conquest stuff you can potentially do. They don't have draw, so we don't have to necessarily worry about their full payload on a given turn. I wonder if I can win. That sounds stupid, but like a triple. I mean, I would have wanted to play Jack if that was the case, but like a tripled haggler and double province. Double province duchy with a triple haggler is like, maybe that's way more draw than I could ever get. I do have 5 daimyos though. And I have enough. No, I mean, that's not quite a win. You would actually need a quad haggler, but I suppose you just want imps for these daimyos. I need these wisps to hit. Would be helpful. Or hagglers easily does it. So how much money are we looking at right now? Also, how many terminals? Okay. This should do it. We get $6, 8. We're gonna have 4, 16. You get so much money back from the nomad, it's not even close. They were probably, I don't know, I didn't have a lot of draw. But they're maybe not a million miles off being able to do that themselves. Unclear. Okay, so we have cave dwellers with just one thing. I almost need to do it to buy cathedral. Rice could be quite big. You could play without cathedral, but it would be bad. I really have to do this. Not that I'm like dying to do it this way. Cutthroat. I mean, all of it can be a little bit of an issue, but it's whatever. You just, with Menagerie, it's too good. So this will be a monument, I guess. I still would like to buy a sculptor. You want a sculptor and you want a capital city, and then you can probably a second sculptor. Are all gonna be nice. Can take Menagerie pretty soon. Maybe first one should be a. I don't really like the change all that much. It's fine. I don't like super love it, but it's fine. Maybe if you draw it especially, that's nice. So, guess we take silver here just to up the odds of it. Yeah, this misses. That's okay. I don't hate the change. You go change to sculptor, you'll get out of the debt pretty quick. Ice has a lot. It's like 1, 2. Well, it starts at 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potentially. It's odd to take Capital City first, I think, versus Sculptor. Looks pretty weird to me. Just my opinion. There's nothing wrong with it, but nothing seriously wrong with it. This would have been nice to get a activation here, but it didn't happen. We'll have one next turn. They have thinned a little faster. Capitals, I don't know. Picking Capital City, I'm less sure of. This was unfortunate. Little unfortunate. Deal. I think we'd send it up. We would like some different things. What? We could just buy the cutthroat. I was thinking I mean, Menagerie Capital City is a little more robust. We'd be gaining Sculptor. This was unfortunate. This is gonna happen though. We gotta sort of resign ourselves to these particular things occurring because this game's gonna last a decent amount of time. We're just gonna have to trash some good cards. Just the way it's gonna go. This could go bad in the sense that we could then draw into coppers and nothing else. But it's okay. I'm a little surprised at this particular order, but I would have. It's okay. It's fine. Not super bad or anything. Okay. So we want to change. And then let's go up to. We'll just not play the monument this turn. Rice is quite a bit more here. Or more now. Rather. Artist isn't crazy. At some point, but could take. Let's just do the menageries, right? I mean, we'll trash the monument here. Figurehead's quite good. This was always potentially pretty scary. Do we want to change now? Do we want to wait and see? I mean, what are we changing for? They've unfortunately got good, we can try to draw the loot, I guess. Unfortunately, it just does this for them, which is not good. And prize goat, you know, not incredible, but all right. Let's do this. That's not ideal, but I did forget loots also when I was counting the rice stuff. So there's actually, you know, quite a bit more that's possible depending on what you see. So I'm actually like okay on actions right now. I think there's a pile out at the moment. These poor monuments. I might trash Menagerie here. This is it's kind of nice to see a rice. It's one of our few like unremovable duplicates. But it's still probably better to just kill an underling. Like, it's gotta be. Maybe province capital city this turn's okay for hdarj. What did they... Yeah, you got a villager out of... It's not totally clear to me that villager is better than one fewer debt. But you could have counted it out. I mean, 16 seems like a fine number. I guess there's worlds where 17 is better, but I don't necessarily know what they are. This is quite a few rices. I mean, I'm going to go for a third. I wouldn't, again, this is the kind of thing where I wouldn't, it's a bit odd because of how you're acquiring things, so it's not necessarily wrong, but it's a bit backwards to me. I think you're not getting another capital city and putting in this level of duplicates is slightly scary to me. So guess we'll see how that goes for them, but it's not bad necessarily, but right. So you kind of assume you can get around again here. I have like 30 menageries, so if I can't, then what are we even doing with our lives? I didn't play the cutthroat. I probably need to do a silver just to have it work. Actually, this is kind of awkward in general, isn't it? One more would have been nice. So it's just, but they're two rices, yeah. Because you can't play off, well, you can, but silver chain, yeah. Okay. I have an insignia. How underwhelming. It's true that I can now top deck a copper as well, if I wanted to. I haven't hit another type, unfortunately. There's some change loot stuff, which is cute. I don't know if it's like 5 province gaining good. I don't know if hdarj can do 5 provinces. Maybe? Has to draw first, certainly. This could be monument. It's not bad. It could just be change. We're gonna have threat on whatever they take. Certainly. Some threat anyway. This slight, well, I'll probably get attacked, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter a whole lot. It's not great, but what did I buy? An underling? Maybe should have bought the change. The little change is not like remodel. It's not the same kind of threat at all. We could have last turn just trashed the sculptor. It would have been a little more money at the end of it. Not more villages or anything. It's not a bad duchy gaining deck, to be honest, so they may have something there. I mean, even if the provinces get pretty low here over their turn and my turn, it's not a bad duchy gaining deck, I wouldn't say. Okay. We'll do this. Oh, this is where they stop, huh? Double is pretty scary. Double, I assume I can just do. This is an unfortunate time to draw this, though, to be honest. What are we looking for? 5 is not gonna happen. 4 might. I mean, 4 I assume is not really catchable, but it might be. It's not safe to assume it's not catchable. 4 is also not at all guaranteed. Okay. So that's good. I mean, we'll just blow up the goat, I guess. Maybe the insignia. Do we have any lines on Rice capital city? Because if we do, that would be a pretty easy finish. That's a lot of money. We could blow up a province for... Wait, change has to be more? Yeah, okay. Not sure on this. So I guess we're probably... Probably not gaining in plane. I mean, like I said, we could do... We don't really have targets to turn into rice, to be honest. So that's not such a great target. Some of this stuff is fine down here. I know there's another capital city, but it's okay to have it just be bottom decked. There's another rice though. That's not ideal. This reshuffle, it was not unexpected, but it wasn't good. 1, 2, 3, 4. These would be 6 again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll get a lot more money if we just draw another card. Versus taking a silver. Okay, so this is like... They have the figurehead down. Good for them. Um, 18. Well, we gotta play the cutthroat. It's too much money on the rices. We probably just lose the prize goat, right? I don't know if this... We can put a state on top even, actually. I don't know if this is safe. I'm just assuming it is. It's pretty hard to bring everything to bear. Oh, and that isn't a great start for it either. How many duchies is 824 is not even... Oh. They don't have that many gains. Like at all. Arena. Battlefield. Not Well, pretty nice. Yeah, unfortunately, it was still hard to bring to bear like much payload. I mean, you needed. I mean, I took so many of them, and I don't even know what the menagerie split ended up. It was at least 7-3. It might have been 8-2. I don't know here. Guess you can do Horn fast enough. No, because Horn Madman doesn't do anything anymore. That was stolen away from us cruelly. So rebuild's probably pretty good. Though buying it isn't super easy at the start. I mean, Sea Witch, of course, will still be good, which just sort of suggests hermiting, but I'm kind of curious how to do this. You can kill the, I guess you could replace the estates as you kill them. It's very odd. Otherwise, the herb gatherer isn't anything, but other than it can be okay with. It can be okay with like rebuild as a chancellor kind of effect. Double hermit, double hermit. I just feel like really going for something maybe stupid. Not stupid. It won't be stupid. I promise. But it'll be different. So I don't know. You just go straight into the rebuilding, or you want the Sea Witch? Sea Witch is good for the rebuild deck too. Is Sea Witch, of course, is just an incredible card. There is like a mega turn you could finagle here, but it would take a while. My cursing may end up being a little underwhelming. They still have a lot of mad manning. But over time, I mean, it is, it'll get in the way occasionally. I assume. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, like here, I guess they didn't have, they play this order maybe weird. I don't know. I guess if they wanted the silver, then it wasn't weird. But they couldn't trash a curse this way. This would be a rebuild for me. Yes, they don't have any estates. You could go, I guess you could go rebuild a state, and that would be taking your angling back on your battlefield stuff. I don't hate that right now. I do kind of hate the forge. Not gonna lie. So this isn't super meaningful. I can either, it's just not meaningful. We could play the herb gather and have $6 by rebuild. Or Madman Forger down here. Just don't see how you can make any of it work. The $4 hand sucks, of course. I could double estate, but that's gotta be bad. I'm not clear at all that the 2 Sea Witches was worth it, but they're gonna be at least close. As a King's Cash is so curious to me. I do think this is all, you know, wooey enough that you can just lose on it. On whatever, but I'm gonna be worried a little bit about their points, I think, in a minute. It's not great if you buy. Oh, they have 2 cards. They have 2 actions. That, and maybe they get to a buying province consistently enough, fast enough that it all looks good. But I'm still not seeing it. I don't know how to make it go. I had a good first shuffle, but it hasn't been super crazy good. I don't know. What am I saying? Like, I still have the estates. There's no particular reason you should think, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to get to play this stuff or hit whatever price point, you know. Still don't know what my opponent is planning. It's a bit baffling to me. Those are the games though when you're the most scared, right? Because you talk bad about their deck forever and ever, and then you're kind of like, oh man, I hope it really doesn't do good. So I can get another 5 here. So yeah, there are some options. Don't know if I guess that we can keep the herb gatherer and see. We probably are wanting to do the flip anyway. Because we're gonna, well, this is the issue. We just want the rebuild, surely. We're gonna find the rebuild. This is not ideal. Pretty okay flip though. Just to see which. We haven't hit the battlefield in a while. Or not the battlefield, the arena. I would have liked to get another arena. It wasn't that unlikely, but you know. They're going to have better in-game control. We didn't flip the other rebuild. We're almost to the spot where you take an estate just because you think you're never going to you know, shuffle again. Your opponent may just double province though. We assume, do they have, I wonder if they have a good forge numbers. I guess they can do pouch gold and then, you know, King's Quarta silver will, or King's Cassius silver will be enough. I didn't like what they did, but they did give themselves this possible out. I wish if I was doing it again, I wouldn't have bothered with the sea witches. At least not the second one. We hit 4 several times, unfortunately. This has got to be, I mean, you could miss some of these things in hand, but, you know. Yeah. So they see it. All right. I didn't love it, but it was not, I didn't put myself in a great spot, so. I would take, yeah, I don't know. The 4s, I think I get one more 5 in there and I'm okay, but. Okay. This is weird. It's like you get hireling just to have any draw, but man, there's not a lot here. The 5-2 is okay. That's brutal. But that's the game. That is brutal. Empire's funny because it's not even that good. There's just like nothing you can do here. And I'm gaining these ironmongers just basically off the back of, again, it being cards you can get here, but not. I think you buy a higher. Ooh, I don't like that. Well, what are we doing? Guess we just do this. I don't get the border village. That seems pretty bad. It's not even helpful to in any way because you don't have a terminal to play, so it just makes your ironmongers worse. You don't even want your ironmongers to hit actions. So I don't see it. It looks pretty bad to me. Like worse than just straight buying a vampire. And I don't super love the vampire, but whatever. I can accept it. But now this is like, I don't know. This is the kind of thing. I'm sure I do stuff like this all the time, but it's just like auto clicking. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any real possible upside to it. I really would like to buy a hireling. But I can here. Well, then actually let me. I'm gonna die when we get bad omens or whatever. I don't even know what the rabble kind of hexes are called, but I'm gonna die when one of those hits the hireling. Two bats. Yeah, I want to trigger. I also want to hit 10, which I don't know if that's possible, but I want it. Probably have to buy gold first. They didn't hit it quite. Miserable's okay. Okay. I am feeling the vamps a bit. I wonder if there was a setup there where they could have got a keep that. Yikes, 0. There's like 6 ironmongers in there. We still didn't draw it. What are we even doing here? Will I, if I use this coffer, will I be able to get... They'll probably be able to prosper here. You lose this guy. Oh, but they spent a bunch of coffers. That seems terrible. Oh my gosh, that's insane. That's just infuriating. All right, let's see if we can find, maybe the crystal ball will hit the other hireling or something. Wow. All right, it's a good game. I take it all back. That was the worst Ironmonger, and we have 8 here, but it's like the worst ever. I'm gonna cry. And this turn we'll have none of them. And they're Ironmongers, even though they don't have any. Whatever. We're trying to hit 10. Let's keep it. Okay. Should we play it or should we trash it? Now it's time to see if people are lucky for whatever thing. Jules, you know what? By golly, I'll take it. Silver is actually probably still better than nothing. But I'm not totally sure by how much. I'm deluded. Oh, Ironmonger sees Ironmonger. That's great. Do we want a second prosper, or are we just diving into the end? We could kill that. Alice, you know what? It's actually pretty good here too. I'll go ahead and say it. I think it's pretty good. And I'm greening. We got to. They're gonna prosper. They get amped for okay. There's a world where they just miss by there, and it's like they don't get to do anything. But that's not this. Also, we get to. We don't actually get to because of the higher. I guess you do jewels first because you want to draw jewels pretty bad. All right. Watch this. They never saw it coming. Okay. Doesn't seem like it's probably gonna help me. It's actually not the worst card though. It would have been sort of funny to start angling for like fountain. But I don't know that that's really all that good. So, you want a gold? Gold's pretty good. I don't know how many coppers I ever trashed. Actually. But, this doesn't matter. This time, anyway. Come on. I'm dying here. We could take the vamp. I don't hate it for a number of reasons. What are we at? 4, 5, 11, 14. I think we just play them and take the double. This was quite a nice... Well, actually, that one we could probably trash. Yeah. The jewels is really, really quite good here. Well, 1, 2, 3. Okay. That'll do it. Thing to never let them know is that I didn't need the Look, this is me being polite. How many coppers did I have? Oh, just one left. Okay. I don't know why I thought I had a lot more than that. The wind, it's divine. Yeah, so like there's a full engine here, but you won't necessarily get to play with it forever, or really very long at all. Hopefully they don't have the Sentinel Boo. Good start for hdarj. Potentially a really good start for me. You know, you can't complain too much. I don't know which of these things, which of these three juicy guys are the best. This is the classic Sentinel makes you want to scream. Opponent trashes 3 estates by turn 4, and you get to trash 2 coppers. 3 estates and a copper by turn 4, and you're just the way these things go. You know. I got to buy a governor. That was the trade-off. There's like some things you could flip where just having a single highway would be extremely good. There, of course, some specialists will probably be good no matter what. There are some things you could flip where you really want a village. Even where you specifically really want native village, that's not as likely, but you know. I don't know here. So we're gonna go next turn. Even if I draw the Sentinel, it can only trash 1 card. So that's not that appealing. We could take the village. Keeper is also pretty reasonable for the for purposes of trashing these stupid estates. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean this is a game. You get to, the 2s are all buyable, and that's a little wild. What did we end up with? Iron. Iron's probably not super important. I don't know if you take your time to do a page at this point. Probably. It's really not clear. I mean, it's a question of what you can scale the payload up on in that world. Courtier is quite good, but you may not need, if you're using any of this different stuff for draw, and I already have a village, then you don't necessarily need the champion, other than, I guess, just not to get sirened, but we can probably deal with the curses. It's a lot of resources to get this siren. Crossroads probably still pretty valuable at some point. I'm just gonna try and get encampment courtier. Maybe do a little encampment stuff. It's nothing's so explosive that the plunder points don't actually help a little bit. which is a pretty big deal. I like that. I don't know if I can do it this turn. I mean, I guess I'm probably draw a copper anyway. There's some worlds where it's just a lot better for me to have this copper in hand, to be honest. I played Sentinel twice, so I still have a million coppers, right? There's 3 coppers when it stayed, so I still have 4 coppers. Yeah, let's kill it. It may punish us a bit, but I don't have the gold yet. This encampment can't necessarily be played. I think everything in the deck is drawable by Poet. So the order here of these two isn't super huge. Longship, I think, it's just slow. I don't like fully hate it. Man, can we just find the Sentinel one time before these are in hand already? Is that just like a impossible ask? They may get a Poet into something. Okay, now we're playing. Now we have a bit of a game. What do we have that's... The Poet has 2 types and then Siren has 3, but you do have to do that work. You could do it once just as a core tier thing. I mean, 2 types is probably enough, like, for what we're going to be able to do here, if I had to guess. This was super lucky reshuffle. These 2 were bottomed, and then the 3 top decks being encampment, gold is super, super lucky. I would love to get a silver, but I don't think I will on this turn. I have to go buy. I mean, if they give me one, I'll take it. We'll need to buy. Oh, draw. That's interesting. Here are these dumb estates again. Can't complain about this hand, though, to be fair. I should be a little bit fair. Some small amount of fairness. They played their Poets out before they, I guess their court, well, I don't know where their court, I assumed it was already in hand because of the, I guess it doesn't matter, they have the long. Can't really, I mean, it, because it's a village, it's not the same kind of thing, but it could top deck a gold. Well, no, yeah. They could top deck a gold. Your multi-types of village, it's always, the sequencing is always a little funny. A little funky. Then, did they need that to, I guess they did. Well, I'll try to find the estate, okay. So, I hate to give them a silver, actually. This is going to work out really good. I'll just declare it. But it is, so. So the question is, I lost my village. That's a good thing I got that instead of innkeeper, right? Do we want another court here? Do we want plunder? I don't hate the points. It probably will. I'm not going to be able to get another. I hate just living with golds. I really can probably use 3 buys next turn. This is terrifying. But I will have to play the encampment. No options. Maybe they'll drop me up a little. Oh, I should have gone silver. Do they mind if I do this? This is better. I probably had that option earlier. I don't even remember. It was just a copper before. Well, that's great. Just the way it goes. That is probably game losing, but I didn't really have a lot of options on that. Unfortunately. I guess I could have got a gold off one of the I'm gonna have way less stuff now anyway. Probably should have gained a gold on one of the. All right, let's get a little pressure on. Whatever that means. I guess they do have to spend the buys to get the encampments back. Will they have 1 copper? No, I have the copper. I didn't really love the triple plunder game. Mostly I didn't. I felt really good except the encampment stuff there. Otherwise I felt fantastic about my chances. But I don't think I can just not play the encampments. I don't think that works at all. And I didn't find the Sentinel till then, so Um, one of these is a peddler. Guess I could have played it. Ooh, I would really have liked to get a crossroads. That would have helped actually a lot. I should have. Did I still have the two act? Because I still had. No, I couldn't sequence it. I couldn't sequence it because I had one actions. I could have, yeah. I mean, I could have done an action here and then had not the buy, but I couldn't have done the other thing in that instance. So it doesn't matter. It sucked so bad to lose the encampments that way. How likely are they to try? Super likely. Certainly possible. It's not very easy, actually. It's not that hard, though. The vault. I do kind of like Crossroads Vault. Interesting. That I don't know. They probably can't triple. Yeah, this is not good. I would have liked what I would have liked doesn't matter. This is insane, actually, though. Well, it's insanely unfortunate. Maybe it's not insane, but it's a real bummer to me on a personal level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Those are all those. It's hard to go down to 3. We're gonna dance a little bit, I think. Which is probably not gonna favor me because I don't have the long ship and I don't have 3 encampments. But I mean, if I could have doubled on my last turn, I think I would have. They're not a great, it's not a great duchy deck because you just have the courtier buys. So if you can lower the provinces to 1 with a point lead, then it's pretty good. Because they don't have silvers. And is there anything I can do with this sentinel that's better than what I have? I could get a conclave, but I may get some value out of the sentinel just right now. I don't think it's like technically impossible for me to double. Province, which would be relatively safe. Well, okay, it wouldn't be that safe. They have a lot of duchies now too. They didn't have a crossroads, so the ability to, okay. Why does everything always go like this for me? Where are the encampments? Well, okay, there's only 1, so what am I even complaining about, really? Do I just try it? What are the odds? They're tiny, right? They're just basically nothing. I don't know why I'm talking like I have a deck. I don't have a deck. So they don't really either. To be fully honest. If they like double province and play some plunders, that's probably enough points to just do it. So I'm sure I'm cooked. They don't have double. Well, they did play long ship though. There's not, again, you can just buy a vault. I think if hdarj maybe had taken like a vault or a crossroads earlier. Crossroads there, it looks good. I mean, I don't have $24 or anything. None of this really makes any sense. I can't. This isn't even any good to stop on either. To single and hope they can only single. Like, what are the odds of that? I mean, that's what we have to play for here, I'm sure, but It's not going to work. We're never tripling. I guess if we had gotten the plunders played, then double is pretty good. Well, it's okay. What are we doing? Just trying for a 3 pile? That's got to be terrible. Why is this always here? He doesn't have that many of them. Oh, good. They got a cruddy turn. Triple estates was probably wrong. Ooh. I can't wait till this. I wonder what the order here actually is. I guess you play the encampment first and hope, and then, but it's not gonna, it probably doesn't help it really much one way or the other. There's not like good stuff down here, particularly. And that does take away the 3 pile, such as it is. Well, we have to see what they buy. Like, yeah, if they go province, then it's clear to do it this way. So I'm going to draw 3 cards. No way to make poet hit. But it's still better than nothing. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Gold, it's not that insane, but it's like 2 golds. How many golds? Some number of golds. Probably maybe just 2. The copper would have done it. Oh my gosh. We can score 4 points. But why? I mean, maybe they missed it. What are the odds? So sad. Any of these, the peddlers, there's 2 peddlers. They're just going to have remodel or whatever. They don't have to remodel. They draw up. It's fine. Any of these 3 cards will win 4 cards. Any of these 4 cards. I mean, okay, to be fair, the whatever was up there too. So, but You just have to have $8 here. There's no way. But man, that was such a rough game. I got horrific Sentinel luck, and then still. So something else happened, but then that plunder or that encampment turn where I had 4 on top and nothing. But it was like, you know, that can happen. That wasn't, the encampment thing wasn't crazy. I don't think they should take that province that they took there at the end, but I guess it doesn't change anything. I don't know if there were definitely a few turns I could have played differently, but I didn't feel super bad about the stuff I was. Maybe the triple estate, probably a little screwy versus like double estate crossroads or even just triple crossroads. There was a turn I could have remodeled the Sentinel into Enclave, but I played the Sentinel that turn. I think I used it, and I also at the end there it would have just changed everything. But obviously Conclave in hand instead. Well, and I played it that turn too to see I would have on that particular shuffle. I would have seen all the. I was drawing. I was gonna see at least the poet or the. I mean, not guaranteed actually. If the governor is bottom decked and the poet's 3, then we just don't see the governor at all. A conclave would have put us over money, but we would have actually not drawn as much. Oh well, they were good games. Thought I could have got out with a 6 there. I thought it was real feasible, but it didn't happen. So anyway, I'm still having season's fine, but I wanted to try to break the record. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.